So I have to tell you guys what happened to me recently because it was a lesson learned for me, and I don't want you guys to have to learn the hard way like I did. So my husband and I went to Phoenix for Thanksgiving, okay, and we flew home on Black Friday, and we got in at like 11 o'clock, and I'm like, why don't we go to the mall, walk around, you know, taking some of the atmosphere, all the shoppers. So that's what we did. We had lunch, whatnot. Great. So Saturday, I work, I get off early, which was awesome, and my husband decides to surprise me by taking me out to dinner that night, which was great. So we get there and we order wine, and of course the server's like, well, can I see your ID? Which I never mind when servers ask me that because it means I look younger than I actually am. But so I'm looking for my ID through my purse, and I can't find it anywhere. And I don't start panicking yet, but I'm like ripping my purse apart, putting everything on the table right there in the restaurant, trying to find my ID. I could not find it anywhere. I got some weird looks from people who are like, what is this lady doing? But you know, I couldn't find it. So, you know, it wasn't in my purse anymore. I didn't freak out. I was like, I'll go home. It's probably in the pants that I was wearing on the plane because, you know, you got to whip it out and flash it a couple times. I usually put it in my back pocket. No problem. So we get home. I make a beeline for my closet and I find the pants that I was wearing. It's not in the pocket. So I proceed to turn the house upside down looking for my driver's license. It was a mess, which I had to go back later and clean up, which was not fun at all. But I could not find my license. And that's when I started panicking. I'm like, oh my gosh, what do you do when you lose your license? I'm getting like on the DMV's website, like trying to figure out what you're supposed to do if you lose it. And then apparently you have to make this special appointment, talk to this special person, you know, pay this extra money to like re-get your license. And so I'm like on the phone with them. I'm like, okay, I need to make an appointment as soon as possible. And they're like, I kid you not, I'm sorry, ma'am. Our first available appointment for that isn't till mid-January. Mid-January! That's when I lose it and start freaking out. I'm like, oh my gosh, I bought my plane tickets to go home for Christmas. If I don't have my driver's license, I can't fly. You know, did I lose it in the airport? Did I lose it in the mall? You know, did somebody steal my identity? Are they doing it as I speak? And like, oh my gosh, Tracy, breathe. So my husband's like, don't freak out. You know, you probably dropped it somewhere. Somebody probably turned it in like at the mall to security. I'm like, yeah, right. Somebody turned it in at the mall. Who does that these days? Because, you know, when you're under a lot of stress, your mind kind of takes things to the next level and you know, makes things a lot worse than they actually are. Yeah, that's what I did. So he called and I'm like sitting there like, oh my gosh, do they have it? You know, what are they going to say? And I could tell by his face. Thank the Lord, hallelujah, for the person who found my driver's license and was nice enough to turn it into guest services, who gave it to security, who had my license. Oh my gosh, I grabbed the phone from him because I could tell by his face. I'm like, how late are you open? I'm on my way. And I didn't mean to sound threatening, but I did have to apologize for it because I was like, I'm coming to get it. You better be there. So, lesson to the wise. Keep track of your driver's license. You do not want to lose it. You don't want to have to go through that process. And I promise you, it is going to save you a heart attack. Guaranteed.